A very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all on the worldwide net, DATV Net, which is transmitted every Sunday at 1400 hours UTC on this frequency. And at the moment, this is ZA6YI hosting the net today, coming live from Johannesburg, South Africa. We would like to of course, thank the Qatar Satellite Company for allowing us the opportunity to use part of their satellite. We have our amateur satellite on the same satellite. We wish to thank the AMSAT DL team, the AMSAT UK team, and of course the BATC, British Amateur Television Club. Without all their resources and help, this would not have been possible for radio amateurs to be able to connect via digital amateur television and via the satellite, of course. Today on frequency we have the following. I'm just having a look at my daughter and son-in-law and family is about to land at Heathrow, and they've now done 2 circles, so I'm just watching them on flight radar, and they were supposed to land now in 5 minutes time. So there we go. Anyway, on the net today we say hi to Michael. Michael, your audio was good earlier, so I don't know what the problems are. Trials and tribulations. Well, that's part of the hobby, eh? Hello to you, Brian. A lovely article you placed. I saw it on WhatsApp. No, what do you call the thing? Facebook. And I was hoping you would tell us more about your receiver. Very good indeed. And hello to Phil, Mike Zero Papa India Tango. And very interesting looking at your tests with the what do you call it, a different operating system. So that looks good. Your picture was really good. You had very low null packets. In fact, you had 0. Now, I was going to suggest to you just reduce your audio bitrate, and you would have been there. But it came through very well. Yesterday when I was watching, I think it was. Hello to Ed, Papa Yankee 2 Radio November, all the way down in Brazil. And yeah, it's getting hot here too. I suppose your weather's changing for the better down that part. And G8KOE, oh, Martin, with some smoke. Well, I hope you could put it back again. Hello to Benno in the Netherlands, Papa Alpha 3 Fox Bravo X-Ray. And then Mike, Golf 0 Mike Juliet Whiskey. Nothing since Thursday. Oh, well, then there's a lot to give us. Okay, let's just get this microphone back. And so we pass it to Michael, Echo Alpha 7 Kilo India Radio. Please take it from Zulu Sierra 6 Yankee India.
One, two, three, four, five. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Boom. Well, that seems to be working. Yes, that seems to be working. So what was the problem? Okay. So many problems, you wouldn't believe it. Yeah, the audio thing. We all get software updates, don't we? You know, and I know for you Windows people it's a pain in the arse, but it's less so on the Mac, I have to say. But I've now discovered it's also a pain in the arse on Linux as well. Not the operating system, that's not a problem, but if you're developing software like I am, and I'm using this language called Go, which you're sick of hearing about by now, I expect. And you know, it's never finished, you see, it's never finished. I mean, I've only been on this project like 3 months, but there've been several updates already. And a fairly major one, a bump from, I don't know, a 0.1 bump actually, on the Go compiler. So yeah, I want it, of course I want it. because I like to think I'm doing it right, you know. It's probably a big mistake, actually. I'm sure someone will tell me, don't do it, stay where you are, but I live dangerously. So you update that, and then you find that the dependencies that you're depending on in the software that you're writing, they're not updating correctly. So then you go through the list, and oh my God. And you kind of got to keep hitting it with a big sledgehammer several times. And eventually you do get updated dependencies. I'm sure there's a simpler way of doing this, you know, like a one-line command thing that does it automatically, but I haven't discovered it yet. So if anybody knows that, you can tell me, but I don't think there's that many people using Go, so you probably can't. So anyhow, that led to the problem of today. So I got all that done only a few hours ago. Now this morning I was doing a test transmission and the audio was fine, no problem. And then just setting up for this thing, this net, you know, half an hour ago or a bit less. Or lunch came in between, so it might have been a little bit longer than that. I did the test, and sure enough, it went best to talk, and I'm getting it back on the receiver, but no audio's coming back. Well, I can see the status. It says I've got ACC, but I couldn't hear it, let's put it that way. So what is it? Well, what have I done? Well, nothing that could affect that I could think of at the time. We'll get around to that, because I've now thought. So I changed the HDMI cable, no difference. Oh, maybe the television's gone nuts. So I plugged a different HDMI source into that, and yeah, that works okay. Sound coming out of that. So we're back to the receiver. And then I'm thinking, well, what else have I done? Well, after I'd done all the software updates, I then implemented something that I had been standing by for him, just pressing a button and making it work actually, but I'd never actually done it, and that was to fire off the application from a service file, you know, so that when you boot the Linux system, it automatically runs the receiver. I'm already doing that for the server on the roof, and it works fine. And I've also done it on the transmitter, and that works fine, but of course that doesn't have an HDMI output that sends audio to the thing. And for some reason, and I've proved this, in a panic over the last half hour, by disabling the service file and firing off the program manually, audio works. Re-enabling the service file, everything works, no audio. And I did that a couple of times to prove it. Now, how the heck that can happen, I have no idea whatsoever. I'm firing off a binary in both cases, the same binary. And so if I fire the program off from a service file, no audio. If I fire it off without a service file, it works. Go figure. If you figure that, let me know. Anyhow, that's only part of it. I'll carry on in the next over if you want, because you've probably had enough by now. But I do have a question for Mike when he gets round to his turn, which is a little bit later. I think he's last on the list or something. And that is, what is this 30 hertz tone that you put out all about? I'm intrigued to know. It's not, don't get me wrong, it's not annoying me. I'm not complaining. I'm just inquisitive, that's all. Maybe it's something to do with repeaters or something. I don't know, but that's the only thing I can think of. So you might like to enlighten me on that. So with that, I just find out who we go around to next, and I'll hand it over to Brian. Brian, who's going to talk about his new advanced receiver. Well, that'll be interesting. I hope it works better than mine. So over to you, Brian. G6HFS from EAKI. What am I? My name's Michael. EA7KIR, that's who I am. I remember now. Okay, I'll just put up a card so I know I've finished chatting, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
6HFS. Well, I suppose it does help if you TX on the right channel. Sorry about that delay. Yeah, I'm just going to show some slides that I showed Thursday, so people that have already seen it do bear. I've got a helper with me today, although she's decided she wants to keep warm and cool. That's Trouble. That's Pebbles. She's ignoring me even when I'm talking about her. And on the bench, oh, I think Mike will recognise these. Of course, that's to go with the advanced receiver. See if I can get the right sequence to cut in. That's the little power supply board from PE1CHY. It does all 3 voltages. That's the stages of the advanced board being built. Small surface mounts. And then the larger components. Down there in the bottom left you can see the PSU board. And there we go, all receiving and working. And I think if you look over my shoulder, there we go, that's now. So to prove it's live, seems to be okay. So it's got to be cased up is the next thing, or I'll get round to building the little LMB boards. I've got most of the components. It's just that I don't like to start building a board if I've not got all of them. Get too impatient. If I start, I want to finish it. So that's about it from me for this round. Not a lot's happened really since Thursday. Where am I? Seem to be all over the place this afternoon. Anyway, who have I got to hand it round to? Oh, I've got to hand it round to Phil. See what Phil's got to tell us.